What is up everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at Polkadot, which is currently sitting at just under $4. Now we're going to be jumping into exactly where I think it could be going over the next few days, as well as a few other coins. But before we do so, make sure you guys go check out the Discord down below. You can see on the screen right now just how many trades our members have been winning from simply joining up and starting to copy and paste the trades that we're sending out to them every single day. It's been absolutely insane. We've had over an 85% win rate. So yeah, make sure you join up. First link in the description. Super easy to join and super easy to copy and paste those trades. Now back to the video. So overall it's been a relatively slow weekend and slow week for the entire market. You know, if we take a look at Bitcoin here, we can see on Monday from where it started, or even Sunday really, we've not moved in price by more than really $2,000. So yeah, it's been a really boring week. We have had some movement in altcoins, specifically Polkadot has been moving up quite well. You know, it's really just been trending up quite nicely. Other coins more so in the AI space to do with Render, which is a GPU rendering coin. This has been moving up quite well from 280 to now 430, and Fetch as well, which has really started picking up some steam, which is good to see because Fetch is again one of my favorite coins. So good to see it starting to trend back up. Had now nearly two back-to-back 10% days, you know, nearly a 2x from its low. So yeah, really good stuff to see here on Fetch. Again, you know, this can keep going to 69 cents and maybe beyond that $1.30 and way higher once the market is back to its norm. So that's a bit on the altcoins that have been really moving. I mean, you know, all of the altcoins like Solana, ETH as well, AVAX, they haven't really moved all that much. So it's good to see a few of the coins that we're actually holding have been moving in the direction that we want them to. Now, if you remember in a few videos, I've said that anything under $4 is a great accumulation for Polkadot, and I still stand by that. You know, now more so that we're approaching that $4 mark, I wouldn't really be looking to accumulate as much. You know, we were way below 350 at one point, so I think anything under there would have been really good accumulations. But now that we're approaching that $4 mark, I wouldn't still be looking to scale into it, simply because if we do go lower, then you know, you want to have that capital preservation just to be able to accumulate at those lower levels. Apart from that though, the take profits remain the same. You know, we're still targeting the previous highs at like $11, which would give us over a 3x, and every time historically that Polkadot has actually hit under $4, you know, first time was obviously in 2020 and 21, then in 23, then in 24, and now again in 25. Every time we've done it, it has always came back up to at least $11. So historically it's proven to do so. Again, staking is very good on Polkadot. There's like 15% APR with like a 30-day unstaking period. So my strategy for that is just stake up all the accumulations, and you know, depending on how well the momentum is going up, like here for example, we started exploding up and really running it up quite fast. So what I would do is, if you can see everything's moving quite fast, then just simply unstake when we're at like $7.50, $8. If everything's going a bit slower, you can probably unstake at like $8 as well. Here maybe $6, but yeah, you just sort of have to adapt to the market. You know, no time will be the same. So if you do see it starting to scale up quickly, unstake and then just sell when that unstaking period is over. Probably won't be the exact top, but again, you'll have seen some nice profits anyway, and that staking just compounds. So a 3.3x here plus the staking, that'd be like a 3.6, maybe a 4x, just from the CAGR. So yeah, all very good there. Bitcoin this week, where I think it could be going well. Again, we've sort of talked about this, and the market isn't in the best state. So overall, we're still quite bearish on Bitcoin, assuming no news gets released, you know, by the time we essentially upload this video. But the key thing we're waiting for is interest rates lowered for the US, which is looking like it won't necessarily happen in May, simply from Jerome Powell, you know, what he's hinted at, and from the direction that Trump is going in the form of trying to look to, you know, to somehow remove Jerome Powell from the Fed, which isn't possible legally unless he entirely removes the Fed, which would be a very difficult process. So yeah, it's not looking great for May, but again, anything can happen, and I think the market is sort of aiming for that to happen. We do have back-to-back FOMC meetings in May, June and July, so if it doesn't happen in May, it can happen in June and possibly July as well. After the rate cuts, the key thing we're looking for is no tariffs with China and the US or some sort of tariff deal. Again, you know, the US is severely being pressured by its interest rates. It needs to make up a $2 trillion deficit, and if it doesn't work with the interest rates and having to borrow that $2 trillion, then they're gonna have to make it up in revenue, and the only real way to get revenue is going to be through tariffs. So that's the sort of, you know, outlier for those interest rates. Once that happens, I think the tariff deal will easily fall into place, and after that it's the sort of Ukraine and Russia war. I think that's just sort of a nail in the coffin. It'll eventually get taken out. I don't think it's the US's main priority, although it does look like that could be coming to a halt really soon as well. So overall, things are moving in the right direction, and I think that's why the market has seen a slight recovery from, you know, 74 to 84, and that recovery should continue going upwards if the market thinks Trump is able to sort all of those issues out. The S&P has started to come back down a bit after hitting this resistance, which was previously a support. If those issues aren't resolved, we're going to continue crashing down. Next support area is like 4.7k right here. But if those issues are resolved, then you'll see a huge market correction, and, you know, we're going to reverse back up, probably hit a new all-time high. Coins are going to moon. Dominance is going to drop severely. We need to actually take a look at Bitcoin dominance. We haven't done so in quite a while, and it's literally at its peak, very close, which isn't looking good. So yeah, you know, Bitcoin dominance has never really been this high. It's gonna be interesting to see. Hopefully we are able to top out very soon and start dumping down, just so altcoins can start mooning back up. Coins I'm going to be keeping an eye on this week include Doge at a support area right now. Dog with hat, great shorts to be found on this coin. H-bar as well, not for shorts, but overall I like the coin, has a lot of potential. Fetch is going up quite nicely, so will be interesting to see how this continues going. XRP, again, just consolidating right now, will be interesting to see how it reacts this week. Sui, great coin, just sat at a support right now. Render, again, continuously moving up. Polkadot, we've talked about. Solana at a support right now in a nice uptrend. 160 to 200 will be the next target. ETH still consolidating, still at a major low. Again, great accumulations there, and obviously Bitcoin, which we've mentioned now. If you did enjoy the video, please do make sure to like and subscribe, and if you want to be getting my trades every single day, check out the Discord down below. 85% win rate, super easy to copy along. Make sure you join up, and if you need a place to actually buy, sell or trade cryptocurrency for the lowest fees with the best sign up bonuses, then check out all the exchanges we're working with down below. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye guys.